Hey guys, Chris here. I want to talk today about duplicate copycat films. I mean, they may not necessarily be duplicates or copycats, but they're kind of movies that revolve around the same themes, the same ideas, and they usually come out close to each other within timeline. A good example of what I'm talking about is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Came out back in 1983. Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas. Great movie. Fantastic Spawn sequels. And then a year later, we had Romancing the Stone with Kathleen Turner, Michael Douglas, Danny DeVito. It's a kind of similar theme. People going for treasure. Someone ends up in the middle of it. Doesn't want to be. Romancing the Stone is a great movie if you've never seen it. And it had a sequel in Jewel of the Nile. And then in 1985, there was a movie from Richard Chamberlain starring Sharon Stone called King Solomon's Mine. And it is a very similar film to Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's an action-adventure film about a treasure seeker looking for this treasure, essentially. The differences with this one, King Solomon's Mine, is it leans into the absurdity of the situations and makes fun of everything. I personally remember watching this movie at a young age and enjoying it. I'll have to go back and rewatch and see if it holds up or if the absurdity is too much at this point. It did go on to spawn a sequel that came out the year after called Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold. And Richard Chamberlain kind of does have that look of, he could be similar to Harrison Ford. It's possible that people could have been like, oh, hey, look, we can continue on with these action-adventure movies, and, you know, this guy will have the look that people want, and a hero in these kind of movies. And it's fascinating to me that these types of movies come out seemingly within years of each other. I mean, we had Armageddon and Deep Impact. They're big theater movies. They come out, and one kind of goes on to be a cult classic, fully welcomed and realized by the movie theater patrons, to the point where it makes the money it needs to continue on and make more movies. And then the other one kind of falls into the obscurity of history. And Deep Impact is a much better movie, in my opinion, than Armageddon was. But Armageddon was the more popular movie of the two when they came out. So it's always interesting to me on whether or not these movies are copies. They're somebody wrote a script, put it out there, poured kind of their blood, sweat, and tears into the script idea, and they release it to the studios and hoping a studio is going to pick it up. And a studio head says, I like the idea, but I don't want to pay this person for it. So let's get one of our writers to write a completely different movie that's similar themes, similar ideas, and we'll release that movie out. Now, the big difference with the Alan Quatermain, King Solomon's Mine and Lost City of Gold, is they're actually based on books from the 1800s. So it's not. With those ones, it really doesn't fall in the same Indiana Jones thing, being a copy of that. But they're very much similar in nature to it. In the fact that you're dealing with somebody who's going after a treasure, or in the case of Indiana Jones, he's a archaeologist and believes that this stuff, these historical artifacts, belong in a museum, which can open up a whole new debate about whether or not cultural items of cultural importance belong in a museum, or if they belong to the people of the culture. So it could open up a fascinating debate there on whether or not. But I would highly recommend, if you've never seen Romance in the Stone or King Solomon's Mine, give them a try. Check them out. See what you think. Like I said, I'm going to go back and rewatch King Solomon's Mine, see if it happens to stand up on its own, or if it just manages to, stay in that level of absurdity that just you look at it and you're like, man, I could see myself enjoying this as a kid, but as an adult, this is so bad. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below if you like this kind of content. If you like to discuss movies, subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like. Let's see if we can get more people to just come together as a community and talk about the things that we really love. All right, have a great day. Bye.
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
Dr. Jones, you're a man of many talents.
Start the engines!
The Ark is something that man was not meant to disturb.
An army which carries the Ark before it is invincible.
Indiana
Jones!
Let her go. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I'm going after that truck. Oh, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Trust me.
Great reflexes, boys. Yeah, I'm proud of you guys.
Greatest legend of all time.
It is not a fantasy, Mr. Quatermain.
About the greatest treasure known to man is about to be pursued by the boldest, most daring hero ever to seek the thrill of adventure. Richard Chamberlain is Alan Quatermain in King Solomon's Mines, joined by an unlikely soldier of fortune.
Surprise! Great reflexes, boys.
The stick! Oh my god, the stick! I'm driving a car!
Their only hope in the hands of the enemy.
I will have only 2 words to say to you. Talk or die. That's 3 words.
I want to scream!
following a mythical trail to the forbidden, impenetrable,
Get her out of here!
inescapable. King Solomon's Mines. Join Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone for the adventure of a lifetime.
I've got it!
King Solomon's Mines.
My Jeep is totaled. In about 5 minutes, everything I own in the world is going to be wet. So can you lighten up, please? I really don't have the time.
I'm getting out of this jungle. I'm fed up to here with this treasure hunt business. Yeah. Ira, you miserable worm, you lied to me. You said she was a city girl, out of her element. Just get her in the map and bring them back. Piece of cake. Piece of cake, my butt. What went wrong? I'll tell you what went wrong. First of all, guess who else is here? You're dead right, Solo. What? Secondly, she's got herself a partner. Like shooting holes and everything.
The minimum price for taking a stranded woman to a telephone was $400.
$375 in traveler's checks?
Not a deal.
That's just the beginning of what's going on down here. There's nothing you can say that'll make me go back into that hellhole. Don't bring that up, Ira. Ira, stop it! All right, I'll go back. But this time, you're coming with me.